We are live. We are recording.
We
Great.
still have plenty of people coming in, so we'll give it another moment, I guess.
How are you all feeling? Let's go through the rest of the week. Miss Brandon, why don't you remind everybody maybe what they can prepare for to be a part of Readers Week?
Sure. Um, so tomorrow is Blue and Green Day. I'm wearing my blue and green a little bit early. I'll probably have to wear the same dress tomorrow because it's the only thing that's blue and green. Um, Blue and green are our school colors. So tomorrow we're wearing blue and green to celebrate our school spirit. On Wednesday, I'm going to have to look it up. I've forgotten. Wednesday is read to your animal or your sibling or your stuffed animal. We figure everybody ought to be able to read to a stuffed animal or a brother or sister or pet, but another family member. If you need to read to another family member, take a picture of yourself reading to your stuffed animal or your pet or your family member and ask your parents to post it on social media with the hashtag GEVA reads so we can find all the wonderful pictures of you guys reading. And on Thursday is Staff Favorites Day, where we'll be using that same hashtag GEVA reads, to post pictures of staff members reading, videos of staff members reading, and sharing their favorite books. And on Friday is Creative Characters Day. And that's the day that we want you to attend your classes dressed up as a favorite book character. And you can also post your pictures of those on social media. You can also send them. There's a link on our webpage that I'll show everybody once we get started where you can send your pictures, and Miss Parker or I will post them for you. Okay, well, it's 11:03, so I think we will go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a little, oops, that was the wrong thing to present. I don't want to present that.
Also, friends, if you all have to leave for any reason, just make sure you join us every day this week at 3 o'clock for our drop everything and read. We're just gonna come in and grab anything you have, your favorite magazine, and we're gonna spend 30 minutes online reading everybody.
I just want to tell you, um, by the way, it's almost like it's past 11. What do you mean? Yesterday was
I'm
daylight
sorry,
saving.
noon. It's past noon. My clock on my computer is still stuck on 11, even though I keep telling it that it's daylight savings time. It keeps, so every time I look down in the corner there, it's telling me that it's 11:04, but it's really 12:04. So, yeah.
That's weird.
And my finger slipped when I was trying to click, so I wound up leaving the meeting. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let's
Wow,
start
we
with
have about 30 people with us today.
awesome. Okay, so this is our virtual book fair that's on our Canvas ebook page. And there's a link here to the book fair website. There's a link here to our family event
And
that we're having right now.
I don't believe we can see you what you're sharing.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, let me unshare and share again. Let's see if that will work. I have the okay, are you looking at it now? You
Yeah.
should be seeing
No.
my desktop. No?
No, ma'am.
Hmm. I'm going to go away for a minute and reboot and see if that fixes it.
Why don't I, let's see if I can get us started with, let's see. we have something to show you all. And it's telling us all the things that you can purchase starting today. Let's see. Thanks for being patient, friends. My computer's working slow too.
I don't know why mine's not. I hope it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that the clock isn't working right. That's going to be a problem all day. I put in a repair ticket, but they haven't got back to me
Can't
yet.
you manually set the time?
No, I don't have permission to manually set the time. Tried to do that.
Okay, well, let me, my computer's having a hard time. Here we go.
You know what? I can switch to a different computer. I just now
That's
remember
okay.
I have another
Thanks
computer.
for being here with us, y'all. Thanks for your patience. My circle is just spinning and spinning and spinning. But I'm sure that we are going to. Oh, it's sharing now, Miss Sullivan.
I'm sharing now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So are you seeing the school webpage now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Awesome. Actually, that's the district webpage. Get to. All right, so I'm just going to start with this is the celebration of events for this week that I just went over. Hats off to reading today, and our family event, Blue and Green Day tomorrow, read to your animal or sibling on Wednesday, staff favorites on Thursday, and creative characters on Friday. And then we also every day are having a virtual reading room for Drop Everything and Read at 3 o'clock. So join us at 3 o'clock, and the links are all down here as well. Join us at 3 o'clock. Oh, I need to add the link for okay, make a note. I'm going to add the link for Drop Everything and Read at 3 o'clock to this page. It's also on our, I sent it out on the class dojo, but I'll add it to this page as well. So at 3 o'clock, join us in our virtual reading room for Drop Everything and Read every day this week. And the link to our school website, our ebook fair is on the school website as well. It's also on our Canvas page. So this is like our virtual book fair. This links to the Canvas, sorry, not to the Canvas page, but to the ebook fair. And we have title highlights linked here. Our code, if you need it, is here. And this is how to shop our book fair. But I'm just going to take us on a really quick little tour of the book fair. So when you click on that link, it's not supposed to ask you guys to log in. If it asks you to log in, please let me know. I think it may just be doing that because it knows that I'm the book fair administrator. It's supposed to go right to that link. So when you click the link, this should be where you go. And you see we've got browse by category, so you can look for different chapter books, or if you really like graphic novels, you can look in the graphic library section. If there's a series you're reading, like my son is reading the Splatoon series, so I was able to go in to complete your series and find the Splatoon. Where did I find it? I think it was under manga, but you can also search up here. And you can find the books from that series that you need to complete. If you know that you really like Mo Willems, you can type in his last name and find the Mo Willems books that are available. If you know you like Marvel Comics, you can type in Marvel and it'll pull up all the Marvel comics, DC Comics. Do any of you guys like Bad Kitty? Can search for Bad Kitty books. Ooh, Pete the Cat and Pete the Kitty books. I forgot about those.
Ooh.
Those are fun. So that's how you can search. And if you are at home, you can use these to browse. These are books that I've recommended, and I think your teachers are able to add recommendations to these as well. So if it's got the the gold ribbon on it, that means that somebody has recommended it. And then if you're looking for a specific title, you can type that in. You can search here or up here for specific titles. Your teachers have created wish lists, some of them. So you can click on a teacher's wish list and see what are the titles that they would like to have to share with you as part of your classroom reading. And then once you place an order, you can click on order status to see where your order is. They will be shipping out the orders as they are placed. They're not going to wait until April 10th and send everything at one time. So you can go ahead and place an order today and get the books as soon as possible. And then later in the week, if you want to place an order, you can place an order later in the week
Ms.
and
Sullivan,
get more books.
We have a question in the chat, and it's saying, if you click on a book, are you able to purchase the book?
Yes, that's a good question. So let's say that I want to buy that Splatoon book. I click on the one that I'm missing and I say add to cart. And then it asks me who I'm buying the book for. You can see I've already been doing some shopping for my family. You can say who you're buying it for if you want to. I'm just going to say that I'm getting it for myself and add it to the cart. And then after you've done your shopping, go up to your cart and click go to cart. And then it's going to ask you for your name and your address. And you enter that information and click continue. And then it'll ask you for payment. And then when you are ready to purchase, you confirm your purchase and it will be on its way to you.
They were asking, thank you, Ms. Sullivan. They were asking in the chat, is there like a preview where they can flip through the first few pages to see if it's something that they might like?
I don't think there is. I haven't seen that as a possibility. But you can read, you can go to see details and you can read a summary of the book and you can see what the reading level of the book is and the interest level and learn more about the book under the see details.
But what we are going to show you all is the inside of some books and some authors that you might like. So hold tight.
Yes. All right, so we are going to take a look at one of the Title Talk videos now. Let's start with one that K12 students might enjoy.
All right now. We got a barnyard, we got some singers, we got a guitar and a horn, one piano and one diva. We got all we need to take it home. We're singing the barnyard boogie. Barnyard boogie. Oh, barnyard boogie. We got some jazz, some hip hop. We got some go-go and some bebop. But whatever.
love the improvised musical instruments in those. It reminds me of what Miss Bardis has shown you guys about improvised musical instruments from home. I also have, I'm going to need to pull it up again because I had to close everything down. I also have for you guys the reading. Our Mayor Vaughn has done a reading for you guys.
We reached out to the mayor and we said we have thousands of students at our new virtual academy, and she couldn't wait to share one of her favorite books. And so the greatest thing about a book fair, I've seen some questions. We always have free books. If you all don't have the money to support the book fair, you can always just read our free books. But yes, the book fair is different from a library because the library, we share what we have. And a book fair is if you know you have something special or you want to read something tangible, this gives you an opportunity to purchase the book so you can keep them forever. And that's the difference between a book fair and the library. In the library, it's free, share it, and you don't get to keep it. But with the book fair, if you have a favorite author or title, or even if you just want to hold a book and not have an ebook, we might be able to work out a book trade maybe by the end of the school year. That's a good idea. Like maybe we can swap out some of the books that we might purchase over the years. But yes, this is you're participating for the book fair, so you can have a book that you can hold, but you're also participating in it because we earn money for our school library to get more titles in our ebook collection. So you're doing two things. You are supporting us in your school library, and then you're also going to find a new book that you can own forever and ever for yourself, or yes, swap it out with a friend.
We'll be able to use the profits from your buying real books that are going to come to your home. We'll take the profits from that and use it to buy ebooks that everybody can share with our library. That's our big goal for this year, is to add some new titles to our ebook collection. And I promised
so many hearts
that I would show y'all, and I will. Sorry, Ms. Parker.
We're getting so many hearts and so many claps, and everybody's just so excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss Brandon, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just getting excited.
That's okay. So here's Mayor Nancy Vaughn reading just for us a book called Share a Little Kindness.
Mayor Nancy Vaughn, and today I get to read Share a Little Kindness, written and illustrated by Colleen Brunetti. Share a little kindness, love. Be the good that others see. Look inside and you will find everything that you can be. Give without a second thought. Always give to those in need. For when you share all that you have, you plant a perfect little seed. Try your best with all your might. Even try when you are down. Push on through the challenges and straighten up your shining crown. Choose your words carefully, even if you feel offended. Gentle words can calm the storm, and friendships surely can be mended. Always say you're sorry, even when you know that you've done something wrong. And it's okay, I will forgive, can sometimes be the sweetest song. Spend some time in nature, love. Take a breath in slow and deep. Listen to the wind and waves as they sing you off to sleep. Run and jump and play today. Go outside, be wild and free. Imagining will take you far. You never know what you can be. Go and read a story, love. Books are magic, yes, it's true. A book can take you anywhere, and the journey's up to you. Listen close when others speak. Give to them your kindest ear. For others need to say their piece, and sometimes it's your turn to hear. You have the right to say, please stop, or I don't like the things that you do. Be strong and brave and speak your truth because you are in charge of you. And always find the magic, love. Always look out for the light. Even in the darkness, love, be sure to keep it in your sight. Every day's a new beginning. Every day you have a choice. You can make a difference. Just be bold and raise your lovely voice. I hope you enjoyed this book. The illustrations are beautiful, and her message is so incredibly timely. Thank you for letting me read Share a Little Kindness, written and illustrated by Colleen Brunetti. Thank you.
That was great. I really appreciate her sharing that with us. And now let's see, what's another title that we might enjoy from the ebook fair? The e-fair. I don't see the one I wanted to do. Maybe it was under this one. There we are.
Hi, I am the semi-teachable Gordon Corman, author of The Unteachables. We're all a little bit unteachable in our own way, but what if the worst class in the history of education got the most burnt out teacher of all time? I mean, kids always look at me like, oh, great, worst class, worst teacher, instant train wreck. Well, not necessarily. I mean, you don't get in the Unteachables without a pretty bad attitude. What if the Unteachables look at their teacher's bad attitude and see a little bit of themselves? What if their teacher looks at his students' bad attitudes? It kind of rings a bell with him, and he remembers why he became a teacher in the first place, like a million years ago. What if, by some weird reverse math, worst class plus worst teacher somehow equals the greatest class in the history of school? I hope you enjoy The Unteachables. Look for it at your Follett book fair.
The Unteachables. Miss Sullivan, before you move forward, we have Miss Canty, Lyric Canty. She has a question we would like to.
Hello, Follett Book Fairs. I'm Catherine Applegate,
Oops,
the
Sorry.
author.
It played automatically. Okay, Lyric. Can you unmute Lyric? All right, Lyric, raise your hand again so I can find you in the list.
Lyric, if you want to type it into the chat too. I'm trying to find. Oh, there we go.
I got it. All right, Lyric, now you can unmute.
Thanks for your patience, friends. Lyric, if you want to type it in the chat, I will read it out loud for you. Miss Russell, did you have a question?
Why am I not able to tell people that they can unmute?
Well, I can tell everybody, here, allow attendees to unmute. Okay, allow. Okay, so we should be able to do that now.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, Lyric, go ahead and unmute and ask your question, and then Adeline Russell.
I have a class to join.
You have a class?
Okay, friends. Well,
okay, that's.
We will send out a recording of our whole meeting today so you can watch the ending. We have a special guest that's coming on in 3 minutes, but we want to make sure that you're not late to your class. So we'll go ahead and send out a recording later, okay? Rishi and Adeline, bye, honey. Adeline, did you have something to say?
Yes, I was gonna type in the chat box that no one can unmute.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Dixie, I'm seeing your hand. Risha, I'm seeing your hand.
Mrs. Dixie, my question was, is there a way that you could like read part of the book before buying it so you know that how if you like it or not?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. We've actually answered it. What I could suggest is maybe going online to see if there is like Google Reads or something will give you the first few pages of the book. But this particular book fair doesn't give you a preview. Miss Sullivan said you can get some information like the reading level and maybe what kind of genre it is. I'd also suggest going through the website that we've shared with you so you can see, what is available to you. But unfortunately, the preview is not going to give you the pages at this time.
I also want to know, how do you get to the book fair page?
Okay. So at the beginning of our meeting, we walked everybody through to go on.
I was late to the meeting, that's why.
No, of course, honey. I just wanted, we're being recorded, so I just wanted everybody to know that if they have to go back and view the recording, that it's there. So that's not to shame that you were late. Everybody's welcome to come in when they can. It's on our Canvas page. There is a whole Bitmoji classroom, and you can go to our Canvas page. Miss Sullivan, I believe you're trying to show it, but you're not sharing your screen.
Well, I've got my red bar around it.
I see you, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
I can see her.
You can see her. Okay, good.
I do.
So she's showing you. There you go. So she's showing you right now that Bitmoji where you can go. So if you're going to the e-learning virtual academy in the media specialist, the media center, it's going to be right there.
So I'm going to go to my dashboard, and the media program has that red card with the kids climbing up the books, and on the very first page is our e-fair Bitmoji classroom, and then below that is our media center Bitmoji classroom. So that's there, and you can click here. You can click on here to see the highlights. And our book fair goal, and there's a flyer here that you can look at for more information about the books. You can also buy gift cards for people or ask people to buy gift cards for you by clicking on this link here. So there's a lot to explore here, including this video that shows how to shop the fair. I did a little tour of that myself, but if you need to go back and look at the video, you can. Have Miss Wall and Miss Jordan joined us yet, Miss Parker?
I don't see them just yet, but we have a couple more questions.
All righty.
I see Woodward Marina, but it says guest. I don't know whose friend that is.
Okay. Mariana.
There we go.
Right. Mariana.
Yes.
What's your question, sweetheart?
Is this the book fair? Because I just joined.
We are talking about the book fair, and we're reading some books and looking at some videos of the book fair. We have recorded this, so once we're done, the recording will be posted at this link as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Do we?
And
Austin Hayes, did you have? No, you didn't have anything to say. I still see Rishi's hand up, and that is it. Rishi, did you have anything that you needed? Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and lower your hand now. All right. Well, we've gotten all the questions. Yeah, there's, you all, if you wanted to take your, have your grandma, auntie, cousin, parents help you click through your way, but no, you don't have to be scared to click on things. You won't just automatically purchase something by looking into everything. You can click around and figure it out and read it through and enjoy yourselves. But no, it will go, you'll have to enter payment information and hit confirm before you purchase anything. So you will not just look at the title and just purchase it. That won't happen, okay? I saw that.
okay, I think Miss Jordan might be with us now.
I am.
right.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm going to stop presenting now so that you can read your book for us.
Well, first thing I want to say is hello to all of our students that joined us today. I'm excited to see you. And if you don't have your camera on, I hope you cut it on so I can see your faces. Whether you know this or not, some of you, I've been doing some observations in your classes with your teachers, so I do get to see you. I just don't always, I'm not always there for you to see me necessarily, but it's just because I don't want to cause any disruption. But I'm glad that you guys joined us today, and I'm glad you heard all about the book fair. So hopefully you can certainly purchase some things there at the book fair. But I wanted to share one of my favorite books with you. And I don't know if some of you may have heard of this book before, but it has a lot of meaning to me. And that's why I chose this book. It's called What Do You Do with an Idea? Can you see that? What do you do with an idea? Have you ever, raise your hand or show me your virtual hand if you've heard of this book before? Have you seen? Okay, so not many. So again, the reason why I chose this book is because it has some meaning to me. So when I think about opening up this virtual school, this was an idea, right? It was someone's idea. And sometimes we have an idea in our head and we don't know what to do with that idea. So that's what this book is all about. So I'm going to read it and try to show you the pictures after I read each of the pages. And it's in not a black and white color, but more of a brown and white with just some like pops of color here. So it says, where did it come from? Why is it here? I wonder, what do you do with an idea?
Yeah.
It's talking about one day we had this idea. So here it is. That's that pop of color, the idea. At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. So think about that. One day you had an idea, but then you thought, I don't know why I've got that idea. So that's what he was saying. But it kept following me. That idea just would not leave me alone. It would not go out of my head. It just kept following me. I worried what others would think and what would people say about my idea. For instance, would they think, oh, that's so silly to think of that? I kept it to myself. I hid it away and I didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. Sometimes some people get kind of embarrassed about an idea that they thought of, but that's not good to be embarrassed. It's fine to have those great ideas. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when it was around. In other words, I love thinking about that idea. The more that I thought about it, the better I liked it. Whoops. Page got stuck there. It wanted food. My idea wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. Have you ever heard of an idea wanting food? No, they're making that idea sound like it's a person, but I think what they're meaning there is this idea wanted more, like think about it a little bit more, come up with some additional things to add to the idea. So that's kind of like feeding the idea. It grew bigger and we became friends. Look at how big that idea is now on his back, where it was really small before. My pages keep getting stuck. Hold on. Must be my fingers. I showed it to other people. So finally, I'm telling people about it. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. But you know what? I think it's good that he shared his idea. Who cares what they said? Who cares? And at first, I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. See, we got to be sure of ourselves. Don't let other people influence you. You be sure of yourself and your ideas. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought, not theirs. This is my idea. No one knows what I like, or no one knows it like I do. And it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food. I worked with it. I played with it. But most of all, I gave it my attention. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. It gets better and better. The idea just gets better and better. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because it said it is good to have the ability to see things differently. Not all the same, but to see things differently. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, it took flight and burst into the sky. Notice the colors in the book changed. So it's no longer the brown and white with just a pop of color, but it's a lot of bright colors because that idea has just gone everywhere. It has spread. I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. One more page, I believe. And then I realized what you do with an idea, you change the world. And look how, at the very end, look how colorful. So I guess the reason why I wanted to share this with you is exactly what I was saying is think about the virtual school. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought that you one day would be a part of a virtual school where you're learning from your house on the computer and your teacher is over there talking to you across the computer? We would have never, ever thought that. I know I would have never thought that 1 or 2 years ago. We could not have imagined. But you know what? This idea came about. Think about computers have been around for a really long time. And now we're using these computers to actually have our class through the computer. So that was an idea. Just thinking of computers long ago, that was an idea that just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it spread so much that now we even have school across the computer like this. Not just using a computer. I mean, we are doing school like this. So that was actually why I wanted you to know my favorite book is What Do You Do with an Idea? And I don't want you to think that you don't have that ability to. You can think of you. Some of you, I see your brains going too, thinking of things that you'd like to invent one day or like to see happen one day. And don't ever, ever think that that idea is silly and that no one will like it. Who cares if they don't like it? Because the more you think about it and get all the details in place, all of a sudden that idea can expand and grow, and then it becomes like it's always been here. So, but I appreciate you guys having me with you today and listening to me read this book. I enjoyed seeing your faces too, your lovely, gorgeous faces that I see out there and beautiful smiles. Thank you, Miss Silverbrand and Miss Parker.
Thank you for reading. It was great, and you've got so many comments in the chat of people who have loved that book and loved that you shared it with us. So
oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Great minds think alike.
I did not know that book, but it is an awesome book. It's got me really thinking about, an idea I've been sitting on for a long time.
Very good. Do you know this author has another book, and it's actually in the other room, but it's called What Do You Do with a Problem? So it's like so it helps us out too when we think we have problems. What do we do about what can we do to fix those problems? So there is another continuation of this, and it's called What Do You Do with a Problem? Same author, everything.
Thank you. I did promise that I would show you guys the ebook collection before we leave, which is what we are what we're trying to raise money for with our book fair is to add things to our ebook collection. So let me show you guys our ebook collection. You can get to it from a couple of different places. You can get to it from our Canvas page here where the, go away, here where the computer is, just like if we had a brick and mortar library, we'd have a computer where we could go and look for books on the computer catalog. So we have that in our virtual library media center. And that takes you to our Destiny Discover page. And you log in by clicking up there where it says login. My login and Miss Parker's login is different because we're the librarians. Your username is that number, your student ID number that you use for signing in to Microsoft and GCS and all of those things. So it's just the number part. It's not the @STU part. Just put in the number where it says username. And then your password is your birth date as an 8-digit number, just like it is for when you're logging into the Guilford County network. And then you click submit.
If you all ever forget what Miss Brandon is saying to you, when it's right there where it says accessing your ebook account, those instructions are there as well, just in case you forget.
Thank you for pointing that out. I forgot I put that there.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant.
Yeah, right there. And you can search for ebooks by clicking in this search bar. You can browse by coming down to topics, and let's say you are interested in scary stories, you can click on the ghost. and find scary stories. If it's got a red ribbon and says out, that means somebody is reading it right now, and you can't open it and look at it, and you can't read it right now. But if it has a green ribbon, or I don't think any scary ones are going to have blue ribbons, but some of them have blue ribbons with a sideways 8. That sideways 8 is the infinity symbol. And if it has a blue ribbon with a sideways 8, that means that we have unlimited copies. Everybody in the school could open it and look at it at one time if they wanted to. So if it's green or blue, you can open it and look at it or read it. If it's red, someone else has it checked out. So if you wanted to read this one, you could open it and look at it first. You could go to more details and open it. You could also just go ahead and check it out. Some books are short enough to read without checking them out, but some are longer and you'd want to check them out so you could come back and read them later. You can read part of it, close the book, and then finish it and read it later. So it is acting slow today. There we go.
Thanks for coming, Miss Walls.
And we just move through the book with these arrows here on the side. So that's how we get to our ebook collection, which we are hoping that we'll be able to add some great things to our ebook collection after our book fair is over. So Miss Wall is here. Is she ready to read?
She actually just got called to an IEP meeting.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, do any of you have any other questions before we go? You can put them in. Okay, so Aaliyah says, yeah, Diary of a Wimpy Kid would be an example of a longer book where you would want to check that one out. And that way you could go back to it and read it later.
Well, we hope everybody can join us. If you want to follow the link, we'll send it out in a Canvas announcement for our 3 o'clock. Drop everything and read.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thanks, y'all. Enjoy. Bye.
Have a great Read Up and Rise week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.